nothing else I could do. That's the most retarded thing. I have to get that on video.
What?
I can't let any of this go anywhere apart from straight to the recording because you're such an idiot. Welcome guys, this is podcast number 2 with me and Tom, and today we're going to kind of try something a bit different. The audio should sound a lot better because we've basically made some changes, and also we're going to have a little bit more structure to it, more questions, more kind of direct angle of where we're going to be going with the whole podcast series and kind of subjects that we're going to suggest and then talk about in each episode.
Definitely.
So today's podcast, the topic is all about how the world was created, and just kind of like the past, the future, and the present kind of thing. So,
do you want to start off?
Well, yeah, I'll start it off.
Or do you want to start by introducing what I've just been telling you?
Well, I suppose we can go straight into that. Yeah. I mean, there's not really much I can say about it. I didn't really understand a word that you said. What were you talking about? I said something about how the world was created, and then you said something about aliens.
Yeah. Aliens created us, yeah.
I don't get what you mean. What do you mean aliens created us? Explain.
Aliens. Right, okay, do you want to know the story?
I do want to know the story.
Alright, okay, so how it starts is this alien race called the Anakru or something.
So it's not that important who created us.
No, I don't know the exact fully name, but I just know they're called Akanru or something. Anyways, so how it works is they've come to this planet for our precious metals, like I think it's gold.
So is this before we were alive? So there's no humans on the planet?
No, it's like monkeys.
No dinosaurs then? We just went straight to monkeys, did we?
No, this is after all the dinosaurs had happened.
Does this
does
this story follow the evolutionary theory, or is this just like
right? We were Neanderthals. We were retarded. There was
so it's following evolution. Go on then.
Okay, so we're all retarded Neanderthals.
I don't think we were retarded. I just think we were Neanderthals.
Yeah, Neanderthal age. Okay, these come in around, I think it's called Samaria. And the Sumerian people, it's like
where did you find this out though, Tom?
Oh, the internet, on documentaries on YouTube. Okay, so they come along, and they
so they just pop along.
Yeah,
spaceships. Did they come in spaceships, Tom?
In proper spaceships.
Right, so they popped onto Earth in spaceships.
And they found these. They liked the precious metals, but they needed some slaves. Okay.
So they're more intelligent than us then.
Definitely more intelligent than us now.
Right.
Okay, and they needed some slaves.
Okay,
and,
slaves.
There's always been like some myth of how there's been like a jump in evolution from like caveman to then suddenly it was being very clever. And the Sumerian people, the first language that's ever been invented, they were the first one to have a written language. We all thought it was Egyptian hieroglyphs until we found these. Anyways, so
I have a question though.
Go on.
How do we know about these Sumerians if we were Neanderthals when they came to Earth?
No. The aliens are not called Sumerians. That's just a race of people.
Okay.
Like Egyptians.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
right.
how do they know if they were Neanderthals?
Okay, I'll tell you how. Right. So, they needed slaves to mine the gold.
Okay.
So what they did is they got the Neanderthal like monkey like people who were like primates more or less. Okay, and took them and biologically changed the DNA to more like them, to make them more like them, and then they created us. And in their Sumerian Bible or whatever it's called, their holy scriptures, they have this thing called.
Can we get hold of this scriptures?
I don't know.
Is it a real thing, or is this like is this a myth that someone's made up?
No, real.
So I can download this as a PDF somewhere.
If you look at all their statues of the Sumerian people, the race of Sumerians, if you look at all their statues, there's like breathers, like oxygen breathers and stuff on the statues, and spaceships.
Where is this?
And gods.
Where in the world is were these people supposed to have originated from?
A planet in our solar system.
No. The Neanderthals. Whereabouts in the world were they?
Oh, it's in Africa. It's around about that area.
So Africa.
Okay, right. So these alien races, they've come. They took these people and they genetically changed them, which is not impossible because we can genetically change like tomatoes, can't we? And make them. You know what I mean? So in theory, it's like it is a possible thing how we can easily change food now. It's not that far.
I don't
of a
think
step.
that we can.
We can clone a sheep.
It's a fairly big step to say you can genetically modify a tomato a bit to make it possibly a bit juicier. Then I don't know. We'll just genetically modify a person to skip an evolutionary gap in the scale of like how people were made. I don't know.
No, listen. Really so anyway, these aliens, they come.
This sounds almost as far-fetched as Scientology.
And they genetically change them in a place called Eden or something. Okay? The Garden of Eden. And that's what they called it. The Sumerian people. Listen.
Whoa,
let me finish.
Whoa.
Let me finish.
This is getting shady.
Let me finish, right? So, and then this is all in their book, okay? And then they
I don't know.
The whole what they called the alien men was Adam or something. Like Adam and the Garden of Eden. And they if you look at all their scriptures and stuff, they have like in their Bible. It's really weird. It's not like riddles and shit. It's like real life. Like they just say, yeah, aliens came, this race, and
I respect that because in a way, I mean, I'm fairly religious. You know, I do believe in a God, but not necessarily. I mean, I'm open to the idea of the fact that Jesus, you know, and I suppose I would put myself in a Christian if I had to, but I'm just not sure about some of the scriptures just purely because I know that they were interpreted by different people. And that's kind of a bit shady. And then there are some things that I'm unclear about. For example, the part where Jesus dies for us and gets rid of all our sins, but then most Catholics and stuff still believe that we're born with sin and we're all going to hell, and only a few of us are getting. I don't really get that whole side of it. There's some certain things I'm not too sure about, but I am open to that idea of a kind of a deity and a god. But I do respect the fact that maybe this book doesn't talk in riddles, because that's one of the big fall downs like of every religious book, right? And I get he's trying to be all mysterious because it's supposed to be some big epic book, but the way I see it, if I was a prophet of God, right, and I was writing a book for people. And I was like, this is a really important book and everyone needs to follow this because it's the word of God. Mm-hmm. You know what I'd do? I'd make it, like, so easy to read it. A 5-year-old could read it.
Like because, the Quran, that's how
because
the Quran
5-year-olds are going to have to be reading it because it's the word of God. But what I see in a lot of holy books is, like, riddles, like you say. It's all in kind of a, not a very clear way. And I don't like that. It's like, that's what makes me unsure because... surely it would be really obvious because they're not trying to hide anything. It's just the way it is, and it'd be more believable if it literally just had it down in solid facts. You know what I mean? Rather than being it so open to interpretation. That's a big weakness of it. You know.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I'm not too sure about that. Saying.
Anyways, so that's how humans were made, from them.
From those people. That's not what you believe, is it, Tom?
Yeah.
You do believe that?
Yeah. There's so much evidence backing up. It's crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you also one of those people that believe that like the government blew up the World Trade Center, Tom?
No.
I don't know what I think about this religious view that you've just come out with, Tom. I try to stay open-minded, but
the
well, it is a religious view. You can't say it's fact because you don't know.
No, because all the holy book, the Bible.
Go on.
Some of the stories in there are the same as in the.
How do we know which one was written first?
Sumerian was written first.
How do you know?
Because they dated it. The Sumerian people are dead. The whole race died. But listen, so they so in their book they explain like the Noah's Ark and stuff, and the big flooding. It's because the tidals changed. They said the tides changed because the planets would an asteroid hit the alien planet. They call it. Is it Planet X or Planet 40?
To say you believe in this, Tom, you haven't really read that much.
No,
you don't seem to know any of the facts.
I haven't caught up on it in ages. But listen, so there's this thing.
Can we actually download it though? Do you reckon we could get hold of a Sumerian Bible or whatever it's called?
I imagine so. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to look into that because it sounds pretty crazy.
Yes. So an asteroid hit the Planet X.
Planet X.
Okay, and it shot it on a slingshot's kind of orbit around the sun. So it's a lot longer, orbit than us. So we didn't even, it was so big, like, we didn't even know that it was in our planetary solar system until recently when they saw it called it's called Planet X, and and it'll be arriving back round towards our solar system in 2012, and they imagine that's what's going to mess up the tides again, like it did with Noah's Ark.
So hang on. When is this going to happen? When are we likely to experience this world flooding?
2012.
Are you sure? I'm sure 2012 is the rapture. I was discussing the rapture. That's a very important thing I want to talk about. The rapture.
2012 seems to be like the point of all these different religions. Is 2012
the Mayan calendar of when we were all supposed to die, or is because there's different theories? There's the Christian one, which is the rapture, which is the.
That's not 2012 though.
When's
that's
that?
just modern day. That's just 20th century. It's not really
Is that
specific.
just something that's just we're just eventually gonna have a rapture?
I think it's more 2000.
Okay, I was thinking, what would you prefer, right? A rapture, as in like Judgment Day, you know, demons come down. Yeah, and if you're not religious, demons come down and we have to fight them off, or the like end of the world, as in flooding, all that kind of shit. Because I was thinking, a rapture for me seems kind of fair game. For example, say loads of people get taken up to the heavens, yeah, and me and you are left here and we're like, whoa, what's crack with this? We're still down here. And then we see some demons like, oh, you know what I mean, like God saying, oh, well, you know, you're all heathens, and basically
you didn't believe in us.
Yeah, and
but
so
demons
are coming down
because he didn't really express it enough, did he?
I think it's about belief, dude. I think you probably did.
Yeah, but how am I meant to believe in something that I've really been told from when I was younger? That's the whole point of the Bible.
That's the whole point. You're supposed to believe, right? But anyway, that's not my point. Saying the demons do come down, I don't feel so bad about that because I feel like it's kind of fair play. Because if there was some just demons, yeah, and we knew they were coming down, you could at least prepare yourself for it. Think about it. Say if there's
but we wouldn't know they're coming down. They just appear. Do you know how that happens?
Well, yeah, they just appear. But then we just run away and get a gun. It'd be kind of fun for like the first couple of days if you survived it. It'd be so fun. And think, right? And you know, for anyone out there that
he's not going to
is very religious,
you don't know
right,
how the rapture happens.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to point out the good side to this. Right, so say the rapture does happen. Say they do just appear, right? And they start attacking us, but we get away and we get to a place where there's guns, and you find some hot girls. The rapture's happening, Tom. They know they're gonna die shortly, and many hot girls who are all heathens, right? Because you know that they've done the sin, right? Of giving up that poo nanny, right? They're gonna die soon. They're looking for a good time.
No, this is how the rapture's gonna happen. It says in the Bible, you don't know how the rapture's gonna happen,
but. No one knows how
in the Bible it says this is how it's going to happen.
Does it though? Because everyone says this stuff in the Bible. In sociology,
it says
we watched a film on this guy in Nigeria who's made like $1 million or $2 million off pretending to be some kind of like healer, and he basically like touches people who he's obviously paid off because the reporter even finds out that he's basically been paying people off and faking curing them and stuff. Right? You know what they do where they touch them and they excise demons and stuff, and then they like heal people by touching them. It's all fake, and he made loads of money from it. And he said that in the Bible, right, because the guy was confronting him about it, he was saying, like, why are you trying to make money from this? Like, the whole point of God, you know, you're not supposed to be all that. And he goes, no, that's not true. God was a wealthy man. He had an accountant and all this other stuff. And it's like, where in the Bible does this... Loads of people just say, well, in the Bible it says, because it's a massive book, no one calls him out on it. And because no one's going to, like, go through that book word by word to find it. But there is no way in hell in the Bible does it say that Jesus had an accountant, right? And furthermore, I don't think the Bible says anything about a rapture. I highly doubt that it may say in the most vague of metaphors.
It's not in that book. It's in one of his followers. Is it John or?
Well, that could have been written by anyone called John.
No, listen. So what he says, anyways, he says that because he predicts flying metal birds in the sky thing. You know what I'm on about. You've heard that before. That phrase, flying birds in the 20th century, big metal birds. All that he wrote that down in his book. Anyways, so he said that people just evaporate from it. They'll just disappear in front of you, and they'll just all evaporate, and then everyone will be like, "What's going on?" And then the devil will reign over for a couple of years, and the only way you can ever go to heaven is die by declaring your faith in God. So to die by their hands by declaring your faith in God, or they'll just enslave everyone. And they say that the person who will enslave them all is alive with us, like will be probably born in this century, yeah, and he'll be a kid now or something.
Scott Strapp.
he got a sex tape, you know. Scott Strapp.
Really?
He really has.
Oh.
Anyway, so
let's go for the future.
Let's go for future. What do you think?
I want to talk about some other stuff later on, but I've got loads to talk about in this podcast. Right.
We'll
future.
Save another one.
I think the future,
technology wise,
right? First of all, all your phones, your TVs, everything in your house will be able to plug something into. So your wall will be more like glass or something like that, or there'll be some kind of projector on it, and you can just plug stuff into a wall and it'll just appear on that size. Like the screen will just fit to the size of the wall. Because I think that eventually phones will become basically laptops, like really good computers. You won't need a desktop per se. You'll just have like a docking station. You know what I mean? Possibly a keyboard. Because unless they come out with the hologram technology where it's really good touch censored and you can type full speed, the way I see it, touchscreen isn't good enough still to type on. It's not quite good enough on glass yet. Even Apple, as good as it is, you know, and shout out to Apple, because you guys make the best touchscreen shit out there at the moment as far as typing goes. But let's face it, guys, you know, if you had to write an essay or you had to write something really a long, like load of words really fast, you would not want to be doing it on a fucking iPad. You'd be doing it on a keyboard. Let's face it, that's just the way it is. It's the same with this touchscreen. Like, touchscreen's good, my friend, it's good, but you know, if you're doing gaming, you want a mouse. None of that trackpad. That's the one thing that I don't like. Trackpads, that magic trackpad. I don't like any of that stuff. I only think it's good for graphic design and stuff like that, art on a computer where they get the digital pens. But other than that, I don't like using them. They annoy me. I don't like it. I just want to. It's easy just to do it with the mouse. It's better hand-eye coordination. You can just do stuff quicker. But so I think that'll happen. I think cars will switch to most likely hydrogen. I don't think we're going to be rocking electric cars because it just doesn't work. It takes too long to charge and that kind of stuff. I think.
Do you want to know what I think?
Go on, I'm running out of ideas. Go for it.
I think that possibly this is. I think I'll roll with your idea of the fact that we'll have stuff on the wall. For example, it'll literally just be like a little a thing on the wall, and you'll have like a chip in your thumb. I think we'll have embodied electronics into us, like stuff, for example, a wristband that's your phone, but you can also undo your wristband and straighten it out and flexible, and you can turn it into different things. I think that's the kind of future. But I also think that we'll have, like, instead of paintings on the wall, we'll have holograms. See, I'm moving my head from the mic here, like turning around into this room. But yeah, we'll have like paintings in the room, and then we'll have them like, you press the button and you can change it on the screen and change, like you can change your wallpaper, where you can do that on there and change your photos. I imagine that the TVs, they'll be crazy big because they'll be hologram.
Yeah, I think that's the future.
They'll take up walls, and I think in your room, there'll only be like a sofa, and it'll look bland as shit. You know what I mean? There'll be no like mobile phone. There'll be no phones. It'll all be in the walls, all in like embedded into the walls, and it'll just like look like wallpaper until you change it.
Yeah, I think voice activation might be a big thing as well. Like,
I'm thinking there'll be like stuff inside you. For example, you'll have an earpiece in, and then like you'll have some chip inside your hand, and
possibly,
and
dude.
then all that kind of embedded in us, like stuff embedded in us. Because that's the only way.
They just do it a bit, quite a traumatic procedure, as opposed to install a phone in your arm.
Well, no, it'd be like a needle, like that, and it'd be a program.
Like an identity chip in a dog, like a microchip.
Yeah, but it'd attach itself to your nervous system, and then it'll be in your reticles.
I think that'd take a long time to develop. I don't think that's going to be any time in the future.
Well, it'll be in the future, yeah. I think we'll try time travel.
You think how is electrical going to work through your body? That's crazy. You're gonna have to have electricals. That's not going to work because your veins just a vein. It's not electrical. It's not a cable.
Yes, we have got electric stuff in our body.
No,
nerves are electrical pulses.
But they're different. It's not going to be able to. You're going to be able to transmit like a radio station through your vein in your blood and nerves to your. No, that's not going to work.
Okay, so right, I'll give you the situation. Okay, if you could have in your eyes, okay, like the internet and Word and stuff, and you think stuff and it'll do it, like as if it's like a screen inside that you can turn on and off, like off and then it's off, and then like look at it and then on, and then it's back on
because
again.
they'd have to go into your brain to do it. You have to do open brain. So no, that's just retarded. That could not happen. That would just no. That's not going to happen.
No, but like contact lenses then.
Electrical contact lenses, that could work.
Okay, and it's like got Google, and then you're like, right, let's search YouTube, and you can.
How
watch.
would you control it though?
No, because I think what would happen is it project
You
onto
could have-
real life. For example, it'd take obviously a photo, because it have like a camera in it, of a wall, okay, in your room, and then you just like transmit the picture onto that wall as if it's like a real
How would you do
TV.
that with your eyes? Or you're on about voice activation?
Well, no, because you'd use your you'd probably tap into your brain or something. I know, like, because it'll, and then it'll use how your eyes, because your eyes can be studied for everything. If you're lying or everything, you know what I mean, your eyes, they can tell all these things. And if you if your voice activation like move and then point, for example, if you put your finger,
it'd be different though, because if it was a contact lens, right, all that would happen is when you look to the left, the actual contact lens would move to that. It wouldn't analyse that you're looking to the left because it's attached to your eye. The way it works with technology now is to say, like, you have a eye for disabled people. There's a way that they have in China. I've seen it on if anyone watches Click or whatever it's called, where if you look to the left, but it's a screen in front of you, and there's a camera that looks at your eye, and it sees that you're looking to the left. So then it zooms in on the left and it like clicks it if you look at it for a while. But if it was just a contact on your eye, it wouldn't know when you're looking left because it'd be attached to your eye. It'd just move with it. It wouldn't know.
Okay, fine. What was if, okay, there's this thing in your eye, and all these things on the wall, like you know, your little scanners, like we were saying, the picture things and everything.
Okay.
Okay. Everything's wirelessly into internet and everything. So if
that'd work better.
Okay, listen,
I see where you're going.
So if I decide to look at the little black square on the wall, okay, and I'm looking at it, and I go, I'm looking, and I go, and I say, Google search a video or a TV program that you can download straight to the hard drive in your eye in the contact, or wirelessly download it. In fact, yeah, that'd be even better. You Google search something. Download TV, £25, okay, widescreen TV, you download it, it's like a skin, and you go, okay, resolution, HD ×5, because it'll be in the future, okay, and then you look at this black square on your wall, okay, and then it'll come up with like a loading sign, like on Shazam. You know Shazam, where it, like, when it's recognising something, it'll like load, and when it gets to that countdown kind of thing, okay, and it'll have like a countdown. If you look at it for a certain amount of time, okay, it'll attach the new download. For example, you go downloading program onto there, and that's how like things are transmitted. And even if you took your contact lenses, in fact, no, you wouldn't take your contact lenses out. You keep them in all the time, and that's how you'd see stuff. But that'd be so good for advertising companies. You know what I mean? If they wanted to download a new program onto a billboard, you know, if they wanted to download a new advertisement onto a new billboard in town, and it downloaded to everyone's eyes, program hard drive.
I just think it'd be a very hard thing to do because.
Yeah, that's the future, though. What about the future?
But you won't be able to see anything if you were just seeing a massive screen through your contact lenses.
No, but you could turn it on and off.
Well, why would you want to turn it on when you're walking? You just want to, I'm just going to look at that billboard and see what it's advertising. Like, I've never been walking and wanted to check out a billboard.
No, but it'd be projected stuff. So you wouldn't, you'd have something in your hand that's, for example, green.
You'd walk into stuff.
It wouldn't move, it wouldn't alter anything in your reality. Yeah, everything that'll be see-through.
Tom, this is the most stupid thing I've
ever
heard.
No, listen, but if you get like
it wouldn't work.
If you get like a green card, something that's green. Okay, if let's say the colour is green, and that's the symbol of like transmitting stuff onto it. If you look at a green card, okay, that'll be like your internet. That'll be like an internet, and you can type on it. Okay, like that, and it's nothing really. It's just like an interface, a green sheet, but it actually looks like a computer.
But what's the point? Wouldn't it just be easier than looking at something and saying all this stuff? I could just go on my internet on my laptop right now.
For example, if let's say
like an iPad's portable. You got to think about innovation. Why is this easier than me just clicking Google and it loading? I can type as fast as I can talk.
I should tell you why.
Go on.
Right, because the whole projecting of an image.
That's the only good thing about it.
I ain't finished. Right, and if you've got like a green green card, okay, that's literally let's say 3 fingers by 3 fingers, that size, a tiny piece of card that folds out. Okay, if you fold it out to a certain dimension, okay, then the computer appears on there.
Could you use an iPad?
No, because then you can fold it back up again. It fits in your little pocket. It's tiny. It can be. You fold it out into a smaller piece, and it's a phone. You fold it out into a massive piece, yeah, and it's a bloody TV.
How's it gonna fold out that big? It's gonna be
not that big. Fine, just laptop size. You know, all these different sizes, and you can take the contacts in and out. Yeah, but the whole point is that it's just everything's a lot easier. It's less expensive.
How far in the future do you see this, Tom?
It's easy. I think it could be, because the programming. Think about it.
I don't think it's gonna be
No,
easy.
listen. The programming.
It sounds like
it'd be a lot easier than
fit into the world, like big screens.
Okay,
and,
you
like,
know
all that
how
kind
much
of
does it
shit.
cost, right, for a company to make a big TV? It costs a lot of money for them to make a TV. It costs a lot of money for you to buy a TV. Okay, let's say, right, in the future it's just all a code written program. Yeah, it's a projection of a TV. Okay, that will cost the company a lot less. Yeah, right, and
But
it'll
you're
be
gonna have
a
to
lot
get someone
less
to
for
make
us.
all this. It'd be crazy.
No, but it's the future.
I suppose. How far in the future do you see this?
Let's say 50 years in the future.
I don't think 50 years, Tom.
Why?
It's too much of an advancement for 50 years.
Well, let's say, what were 50 years? There were TVs and laptops and all that have been 50 years in the future. Mobile phones, that's only 50 years in the future.
Yeah, but we had radio for ages. That's just an advancement on that.
Well, you don't know. It's not hard. As soon as you get hologram nailed to a T,
yeah,
and
we haven't got
commercial,
that. Yeah, but we haven't got that nailed. We haven't even got that.
Yeah, but
we haven't
what
even
about
got
50
that
years?
Slightly nailed.
Let's say if we've got it nailed to a T in 50 years.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's a long time, 50 years. But if we get it nailed to a T, and it becomes commercial, that'll be the end product. Well, that's what it'll be. That's what we'll be doing. You know what I mean? It'll save so much money on like materials, stuff going to waste.
But would it look that HD just having a green bit of cloth?
No, because it'll be on your eye. It'll be the best HD you could ever get, probably, because the
Why do you
pixels
need
will be
the green?
right on your
Why
eye.
do you need the green thing? Why can't you just play through? You see, I don't get it. It's not very. It doesn't sound
No,
very.
because have you seen the John Mayer music video?
Which one?
Okay, one
The John May. Yeah, I've seen the John May music.
What's it called? Heartbreak Warfare, where he's like got some card, and then the computer picks up and it puts a 3D image on the card. Okay, because it's a certain picture, and it picks it up and it puts the hologram on there, and on the screen it looks like you are having a 3D hologram.
You just have to turn it on and off. I
kind of
suppose you
stuff.
couldn't be walking around with the things turned on you.
Oh, it would,
contact
because if
lenses
you get a
turned
phone,
on.
because look how much peripheral vision we've got. Okay, we've got so much vision.
So it'd be see-through in a way, because you have to see reality.
Yeah, it'd be see-through, but it'd have like see-through wiring so thin that you wouldn't notice it just looking at it now. Okay, or it might be sunglasses. Okay,
I think this is going to be so far in
Glasses.
the future, but
Let's say glasses.
like think about the advancement.
And
you
you
have
get
to
a
make
phone
battery.
call.
What's it going to run on?
What the things?
Yeah, because we're running out of energy. What's all this going to run on?
Electricity.
No, how are you going to get? That's the problem with holograms.
Wind power.
How does hologram
Wind power.
work? That's the problem with it.
Wind
It's got to
power.
come from electricals. But you're on about it
Yeah,
just
but
being a
it
chip in
picks
the
up
wall.
on electrical pulses in your brain.
No,
They're unused
electrical pulses cannot run something like that. No, because then they have to be connected to our brain.
What about you charge it when you get home then?
Take fucking ages. For
You
the kind
take
of
them
stuff
out,
you're
you put
talking
them on
about.
there, and you charge them.
It take ages.
It wouldn't.
For the kind of stuff you're talking about, it probably would.
That won't take that long to charge. They're about the size of a pea.
No, it's a very advancement in technology. It's all about hologram and stuff. It would probably take ages, even to make the hologram stuff in the wall.